YouTube? It's your boy Shaka252 bringing you another video. In today's video, just showing you guys my my uncle's 2006 Maserati Quattroporte. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, first off, before I jump into the video, this is my Uncle Melvin. Yeah, that's my Uncle Melvin, and yeah, it's kind of hard. We had his funeral today, which is December 8th here in Biloxi, Mississippi. A lot of memories here, man. A lot of memories here. Man, I remember like coming here, staying here during the summer times. You know, my uncle just being an OG, man, putting me on game. Everything about cars, cleaning up the car. I mean, my first time, it was before I started college at North Carolina A&T. I came here, man, and he tossed me the keys to his Cadillac first day. He was like, "Hey nephew, go to the store, go get this." I didn't know my way around, but you know, I hopped in the car in his Cadillac. I think he had a DeVille at the time, and me and my little cousin were here, man. We were riding around, but my Uncle Melvin, man, I spoke to him a few weeks ago. He was talking about this Maserati. He was trying to get me to come down because he wanted to race me. he was just talking about this car so much and said that he wanted to race me. He just knew that this car was faster than my Scat Pack, but I tried to tell him, you know, I wasn't gonna tell him like it wasn't gonna happen, but yeah, my Uncle Melvin didn't make it through. He ended up passing away, but like I said, this video is basically me reviewing his 06 Maserati Quattroporte. All right, first off, I would like to say about this car, the people at Maserati that designed this car, I'm not sure why they wanted to try to redesign the wheel, reinvent the wheel all over again. But they could have very easily, they made this car a little more difficult than what they should have. First off, the first thing I noticed is the gear shift. The gear shift is actually, this little knob right here. And it doesn't have a park. You can't put the car in park. You basically have to use the emergency brake to put the car in park. And then once you fire the car up, you bump this lever up forward to put it in drive. Then you bump it back to put it in reverse. The other thing that I think is super flawed with the car is your cruise control buttons are here. You got all these crazy buttons on your steering wheel, but cruise control options, to put the car in cruise control, you actually have to reach around to put this thing in cruise control. To put the car in sport mode, of course, you have the sport mode button, but if you wanted the car to be in default mode or your basic drive mode, well, I'm sorry, if you wanted to manual shift the car, you actually have to press this button, which just says MA shift for manual shift. The infotainment system is terrible. The info button, if you press info, it doesn't do anything. Press TV. If you press TV, on the screen it'll say TV unavailable. It doesn't even have the option for TV. Let's see. It's like this car, this model Maserati, brand new, was $106,000, and used you could probably get it for like 20-25 grand maybe. But this particular one that my Uncle Melvin has, it doesn't even have 60,000 miles. I think it only has like 56,000 miles on it. So I think that's why he picked it up, because it had super low miles on it. The other thing is, this is gonna be a super short video, but the transmission in this thing is terrible. Like the transmission, I don't know, I'm trying to compare it to something. The gears it's just how it shifts in auto mode. The gears, each shift is so delayed and dragged. It's like, what in the world? It reminds you, anybody out there, I'm pretty sure plenty of people watch this video that drives a manual transmission. If you can remember when you first started learning how to drive a manual shift vehicle, how you kind of rocked and jerked and everything, this car does that. I thought something was wrong with the car, but then when I read the reviews on it, sure enough, that's a normal thing with this car. That the type of transmission that it has, the transmission it jerks around unless you give it gas. You push on it pretty hard, it'll kind of pick up speed and do its thing from there. But I think this car is 400 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. And I think the other thing was, I couldn't figure out how to pop the trunk, and then I figured out it's a lever right down here to pop the trunk. As you can see, that's for the gas storage, trunk of course. And your paddle shifters, they don't, when you turn the steering wheel, they don't go with the car. They always stay in place. They always sit there. So that's actually a pretty good thing about the car. The inside, the interior is awesome. I love the interior. And then for the shades in the back, it's shades that roll up for, to block the sun. The buttons are here to raise it up and raise it down. They're here. That's pretty much, because like I said, this is the first time I've ever been in a Maserati before, and just I was just getting in, just poking around, checking things out. And I do see where the passenger seats, if you can see that knob right there, you can actually recline the seats in the back. You can recline those seats in the back, which is pretty cool. But the seats, the material is super comfortable. Yeah, it's super comfortable. What else about this car? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I guess I can get out and let you guys see the outside. Maybe I'll just go ahead and pop the trunk. All right, real quick, let you guys see the outside. It's kind of dirty, but as you can see, it's got the extreme contact Continental tires on it. 285 35s on it, 19s. Let's pop this trunk. It took me a minute, a little minute to figure this out too. Give me a second. All right, here we go. I don't know, I guess if I had to give this car a rating, I would have to give it a I would give it a 6 out of 10, just off of the strength that it's a Maserati. And then when you pull up, like even when I went to the gas station to put gas in this thing, I mean, people were stopping me, like how fast is it? Oh my God, look at, that I guess you call it the wow factor or whatever. I mean, people were, even me, I mean, even when I came here, I didn't get a chance to actually, this is my first time laying eyes on it because my uncle, I talk to my uncle all the time, and he was just, called me, telling me about the car and how much faster his car was than mine and all that good stuff, just having a good time. But just for finding a used Maserati, what I said, if I had 20 grand to blow on a used vehicle, it definitely would not be this. This car is super complicated. And before I let you guys go, is one more thing about this car that I found out. There is a clutch there, along with that transmission. There's a clutch that has to be replaced on this car every 15,000 miles, and that clutch costs $4,000. There's also another gasket with the transmission that has to be replaced every so often, and that's around $3,000 to $4,000 as well. So no thank you. It's awesome to look at, but if I had it, I would have to keep it in the garage. I wouldn't drive it that much. But that's pretty much all I got. I just wanted you guys to you know, check out this vehicle, because I have to head back home tomorrow. And the car looks good, man. The car looks really good. But it's just a thing of, if you got the bread to actually pay for the maintenance for it, you know, and it is costly. It's very expensive. So that's all I got, and I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace. Almost forgot. I guess you guys wanted a startup, huh? It's too. There is a delay. Well, actually, the car has 58,000 miles. So the car has a delay with the instrument panels, with the check engine light. The check engine light takes a very long time to go away, and that would almost make you feel like something is wrong with your car. See what I'm saying? Let's see how long this takes. You'll hop in your car. There it is. It just went away.